Oh, it's me. I'm the one foggy-minded today. No wonder I have a lack of patience. Seem a little bit short today. Let me be with that. Previously, my level of awareness was different, not good, bad, or anything else, just different. And I would have gone, okay, it's a foggy mind. All right, so let's just be present instead, which is okay in its own, right? Because that on that level of awareness, I couldn't be present to the fogginess. It made more sense for me to be present than foggy, because what it meant for me at that level was that if I'm present to the fogginess, I'm going to actually get overwhelmed by it because I'm investigating it, or I want to find out where it came from, or when it's leaving, and such things like that. So I didn't have enough understanding to just be with fogginess, be present with fogginess without trying to analyze it, investigate it, or see where it came from, all of that. So it made more sense to be present than foggy, even though it didn't work as much or as good. As understanding grew, it just made more sense to go, you can be present with the fogginess, which means you don't investigate it, you don't call it fogginess, you're literally just being present with whatever there is going on. And I always, as you all know, encourage everyone to always experiment. Experiment. You're going to find out. Experiment. You'll know. You'll understand more. So I continue my experiments, and that's how we see more, through experimenting. And you can replace the word fogginess literally with anything, just like the word overwhelm. If you feel that there's a tinge of you trying to investigate, you're better off not, right? You're better off going, all right, let me just shake my head and come back to the here and now, because that doesn't work. I can't be present with the overwhelm. That makes no sense. I got to shake my head and come back to the here and now. Yeah, that makes perfect logical sense on that level of awareness for me. As I grew in levels of awareness, it made more sense to be present with whatever's going on without putting words to it or getting lost in the meaning of what it might be, or wishing when it would leave, or how did it get there, So when my thing was to shake my head and come back to the present moment, it was because I was doing all of that, analyzing and all of that, investigating. But I couldn't see that. I couldn't see this level of awareness till I got here. Then I went, oh, that's what I was doing. I can't see that here. So very, very, very valuable what I'm talking about. I hope that you see the value. If you don't, you're gonna see it. I promise. It's the way it works. You're gonna have so much more fluidity. You're gonna have so much more intimacy. I think that's a really accurate word right now. Intimacy with the level of awareness. Now, I'm going to just suspect that you already do see this or have seen this multiple times, because we kind of go like this, right, at times, until we get established in a new logical awareness, and then we go up, 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 and then we get established there with a new logic. This is, of course, just a description. As we grow in consciousness, we grow in levels of consciousness. We understand previous ones much better. It becomes really laughable. But it doesn't mean we won't get hoodwinked, just like I did get hoodwinked yesterday, until I got a clue that it was me and not any person I was interacting during that entire day. And then, with my understanding in that moment through a foggy mind, meaning I had very limited understanding, I was still able to go, let me just be present with this. Because The moment I became aware it's me and nobody else, it made perfect sense for me to be present with it. It didn't make sense to me, Shenan, with my knowledge that I've accumulated about a concept called presence. No, it just made sense to be present with it. And I can tell you, wisdom is doing the work there, even when I was contracted and foggy-minded and on low levels of consciousness. It was wisdom that said, be with the fogginess, be present with fogginess. That's the power of relying on something beyond ourselves. Presence it's inexplainable. The more I have started to I feel like I've caught glimpses of it still, just glimmers of it, of this vast dimension of presence. The more I give myself to it, or have faith is another way to say it, right? Have faith in the fact that the dimension of presence has a deep intelligence that we know nothing about, but will support us. How much are we willing to explore, experiment in a lighthearted, fun way to see it more? It's not in the world of concepts. So let me pause there and ask, is there any questions, insights, comments before I move on to the next piece? Feel free to type in your comments and questions if you're not in an environment where you can speak.